So many times in the past, I've explained two phrases, Sat, Chit, Ananda, and the other one is called Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. They both mean almost the same thing, if not exactly the same thing. So let's explore them, because if we really understand them and experience them, then that will give us a new experience of our own identity. Satyam means timeless existence. Once again, Satyam means timeless existence. Satyam. Shivam means timeless awareness. Sundaram means timeless beauty and love. Okay? Satyam, timeless existence. Shivam, timeless awareness. Sundaram, timeless love and beauty. Same thing. And then the other one is Sat Chit Ananda. So Sat is timeless existence. Chit is timeless awareness. Ananda is timeless bliss or joy, which is also timeless beauty and timeless love. So therefore, I'm saying they're the same thing. Why is it important to understand this? Because that's our only absolute identity. Every other identity we assume, Deepak Chopra or whatever, is a provisional changing an identity of that. Okay? Is a provisional changing identity. So when we talk about reincarnation or evolution of species or evolution and recycling of species, we are actually giving labels to a process where the absolute appears as the relative. The relative is ever changing, therefore cannot be grasped. This process is ever changing. I mentioned that in many things that cannot be grasped. But its source as timeless existence, timeless awareness, timeless beauty, timeless love, and timeless joy is absolute. It's undifferentiated being. It's undifferentiated self. That undifferentiated self is Atman, one with Brahman. What about the Jiva, the individual soul with its seeds of memory, desire, longings, aspiration, karma? Yes, those seeds give rise to processes. And those processes appear as persons or other sentient beings, all differentiated as different knowers, different modes of knowing, and different things known in the relative, in the theater of experienced space-time and causality. But that's a projection. That's the movie, and the absolute is projecting the movie, and we are the absolute. If we only identify with the relative, then we have anxiety, the fear of old age, infirmity, death, fear of death particularly, which is the basis of all religions. And religions kind of attempt to soothe the religious followers by giving them assurances. You know, you will go to heaven if you do the right thing. All it means is if you have evolutionary experiences that are joyful, that express your absolute status, then the recycling will appear as a process which is joyful and beautiful and without anxiety. So shifting our identity to our absolute identity while knowing that the provisional identity is a process through which we experience this reality, which is entangled with this instrument of knowing. This is also an instrument, a mode of knowing and experience, which is entangled with the world, the instrument of knowing and experience. I can show you what that is right now from my window. Okay, so it appears so beautiful, but that which I just saw, or that which you're just seeing right now, is a projection of this process, which is entangled with all these other processes as changing provisional experiences and identities. Only by anchoring ourselves to Sat Chit Ananda, or Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, can we go beyond the anxieties of relative existence. Because if we identify only with the processes of relative existence, then of course there will be anxiety and fear. This is what the 5 kleshas are about, 5 causes of human suffering. Not knowing your absolute self, number 1. Identifying with your provisional identity, frequently referred to as the ego identity. Grasping and clinging at a process which is ungraspable. Recoiling from a process which is also ungraspable. And finally, the fear of death. So, anchor yourself to Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, and Sat Chit Ananda, which then leads to other beautiful understandings: Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Shiva Shakti, etc., etc.